I am a researcher, a trained architect, and to my delight, a part of the research committee for the iphi award, which is not uh, going on now. At this time last year, we were all excited for the award ceremonies, and we knew our awardees, and I started sniffing around to see to find innovative and great designs that address gender and queer issues around me. But then this COVID thing happened, and here we are. Well, for the past year or so, for the past couple of months, I was occupied by the question, by the issue of the city and the city being a house, especially because private property and having a house was not afforded to everybody. But then this happened and the house became a city. I have to work from home. I have to deal with all my daily life from home. I have to perform both production tasks and reproduction tasks, as I have to teach and I have to write and I have to submit and meet deadlines. At the same time, I have to cook for my child. I have to take care of her. I have to give her the attention, as all these rules overlap. And now more than any other time, I would say design and gender, which is a founding concept. Gender is a founding structure in the making of the house typologies as we know it. Have to be re-examined and have to be calibrated. Design has to intervene into the house now and make it into the city that it should be. So how do we now go on and think about the house, its objects, its spaces, its maneuver? How do we think now about the house that is now overlapped with so many other things? And how do we design for its materiality? Now, to think about gender roles that are now putting us in a corner, even if within a family of an equal division of work between the partners, we still have to shoulder work that is for the outside world, but also shoulder the work that we do for our children instead of what a school does. So how can we as designers, as spatial professionals, as designers, as thinkers, deal with that house now? How do we think of that one unit, and how do we expand its ability to become our city? How do we think about kids? How do we think about the expansion of time? So now, for example, it is 5 a.m. Here, and I'm working at this hour so that I have some time to focus without my 4-year-old jumping up and down in front of my camera. So that expanded time I have to invest within the house to perform two different functions and two different characters. The schizophrenic relationship now had required me to do so many different things within this space, but still I don't have the resources by myself to just reconsider my material surrounding on my own. I think this is a very important moment for designers to mobilize for gender justice and tackle the home during COVID, the home during the lockdown. When we are in lockdown, home has so much power over us. First, we need to look at how home is constructed and how the current structure, design elements, conceptions of the typologies we have, the elements that are sold, the household items that we have contribute to the injustice that was already there within this confined space, but also think about ways to disrupt these injustices, materials, objects, ways to interface, redesigning our movements, rethinking time, and redesigning how do we go about time when we deal with this space. As now our issue with it is that we have to spend so much time in it, and within this time we have to double our interaction with it, both as agents of production and as agents of reproduction, especially if we have children at home, as it is the case for me. We also need to think about that lost relationship with the outside world. How did it happen now? And think about this, the public-private dichotomy that we had to live in, and think about the fact that we might now need to ditch that kind of dichotomy, as it might be inapplicable for this moment, and maybe this moment is suspended in time and everything is going to blow away and we're going to go back into that dichotomy. But that dichotomy, to start with, did not really offer a gendered justice to people. This dichotomy that has this biodeterminism with it, that somehow puts women at home, or associates women at home with home, and associates men with the society and men with the outside, which is not really, I know now in a modern European city, is not really manifested in bodies as women are outside, but there is still that implicit meaning, and that is implicit and latent within design, that women and reproductive labor is still the task of women. And when we got all confined at home, we see these dynamics and we see these tensions in redefining how what am I supposed to do here, or what is this place supposed to do. And some objects around me are so designed with me in mind as the woman of the house to do them, that design itself needs to start investigating that and disrupting these kind of objects and their roles, and thinking about so many other things that we can do to start layering our city within our house. Because we, at this moment, I don't think we have any other option. And I think it's such, I wouldn't say a good time. I don't see it as an opportunity. It's not, I am really against taking these very strenuous situations as an opportunity. But I think there is a chance for us to confront issues that we already had. It's not that we want to go back to the home and the city that we had. We need to correct the issues that we now really see and experience in them by spending that much time at home, correcting them for afterwards. It is a chance for us to correct the structural injustices in design, in space, in the meaning of things that are around us, so that we can then go out of this. Hopefully humanity goes back, this plot twist in our human history resolves itself. We go about our lives in a better way, but never go back to these structures that now are exacerbated by the lockdown and the economic injustice that comes with it, and the gendered injustice that comes with it. And hopefully next year, by this time, we'd be celebrating the winners of the award and celebrating designers from all walks of life who are committed to gender justice all over. Thank you very much for listening.